Bitcoin is creating a massive CME gap while exactly the Bitcoin price action is still getting squeezed up in this exact consolidation phase I have discussed for the last few days right now here. And while this is happening, we're seeing that JP Morgan is buying $100 million worth of Bitcoin. Senator Cynthia Lummis is hinting on the Bitcoin strategic reserve once again. And so far, Donald Trump has put up to almost all his promises. So will he also deliver the Bitcoin strategic reserve? So I will be discussing this and much more important charts on today's update video to exactly discuss what is about to be happening next on Bitcoin. There is some massive liquidity being built up on the top side, and much more important charts that I need to reveal will be getting discussed on today's update video. So don't forget to once again stop with that like button. Back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, Bitcoin is currently creating another CME gap over the course of this weekend. I mean, just moments before the weekend was over, we started to have a quite big dump here, and Bitcoin went all the way down to 95,000 US dollars. But like you know here, we've right now created a CME gap on the top side, and like 99% of the times, most likely this CME gap will be getting filled up before the end of today, or latest before the end of Wednesday. So this is almost like 99% of the times what happens. So I am extremely excited for what is about to be playing out next year. So with that being discussed, we do know that Bitcoin is probably going to come back up again here, but still what we're seeing right now is that Bitcoin is getting squeezed up here. But before going in towards this very important consolidation phase, I want to be quickly discussing what we're right now seeing in the bigger perspective here, because also, yesterday, the news came out that JP Morgan bought over $100 million worth of strategy, MicroStrategy, and that basically means that they're buying Bitcoin. So banks are buying Bitcoin, which is quite exciting and quite interesting. And also, Senator Cynthia Lummis was hinting once again on the strategic Bitcoin reserve here. She was saying, okay, Bitcoin fixes this. A Bitcoin reserve could be audited 24/7 any single time with just a basic simple computer. So she is once again saying it's time we upgrade our reserves. And of course, like we know, Donald Trump has stated in his campaign he wants to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and so far he has done a lot what he has promised. And of course, I understand he probably cannot do it on day number one, but still we're waiting for this to be happening, since this is also one of his major promises. So with that out of the way, I of course want to be saying, if we are going to get a strategic Bitcoin reserve, obviously this is going to be extremely bullish for the Bitcoin market, and this could be one of the catalysts to send Bitcoin much higher. I mean, right now still we're in this major consolidation phase, trading around 100,000 US dollars, where we're creating higher lows, lower highs on the top side, and basically we are getting squeezed up here. And I do really think that it is not going to be taking much longer before we're going to be seeing a major breakout. Probably it's going to be happening this week here. So Bitcoin is getting squeezed up here, and really whenever we break either above the top side of the red line, which is 99,000 US dollars, or the lower side, which is about 95,000 US dollars, we are going to be seeing a major breakout towards the up or downside for Bitcoin. Then at the same time, we're seeing that the MACD is about to be having a bullish crossover. And like we can see, we discussed it also in yesterday's video, every single time whenever this happens, we do see very exciting price action for Bitcoin. So super much looking forward towards that here. Also on the 12-hour time frame, we can start to see that we're creating a major support line on the lower side, major downward sloping resist line. So once again, the price action of Bitcoin is currently squeezed up here, and it's just moments before we're going to be breaking out. So yeah, I do clearly see also there's less interest from people. The views on my YouTube is much lower. The views on YouTube videos from other people are also much lower. But actually, these are the times you want to be watching these videos, because these are the times you can be preparing and knowing exactly what to do on that next breakout on Bitcoin. So also, if we're looking at the liquidation heat map, there's a lot of liquidity starting to be building up on the top side. I don't think it's a great time to be all too bearish on the Bitcoin price action right now here. So we're seeing also on this chart here on Q1 in 2024, Q1 2025, we're seeing very similar charts. We're seeing very similar patterns. Bitcoin is currently creating a very similar way of consolidation like we did in 2024. Also here, if we're going to be looking at the midpoint of the 4-year cycle, it was already a little while ago here, but this is really the point where Bitcoin goes the most exponential. At least that is what historically has happened. And of course, it doesn't happen. we are going to be invalidating the 4-year cycle on Bitcoin. Then also, you can see back in Q1 2021, we saw a very similar consolidation phase. And in this period, altcoins performed very well. And now in this period, altcoins are not doing so well here. But also around the midpoint of February, we did saw that move towards the upside. Right now, also we're at that midpoint of February, but so far, we have not seen the big reversal yet on Bitcoin. So let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But also back in Q1 2021, we had a catalyst because I was also making videos every single day over there. And that was, of course, that Tesla was buying Bitcoin. And that was one of the reasons why we did shoot up outside of that range here. So maybe right now we need a strategic reserve Bitcoin announcement to really shoot outside of this range here. So usually for Bitcoin to really grow higher, we always need somewhat of a catalyst. And if you look back here at the chart, you can see that the catalyst from 50,000 towards 100,000 was definitely Donald Trump here. But if we're going to be looking back at the previous catalyst, let's say, okay, what happened for Bitcoin to go from 20,000 US dollars all the way up towards, 50 to 70,000 US dollars? It was due to the spot Bitcoin ETF here. So there are always catalysts and reasons why Bitcoin pushes higher. And now we need the next one to ultimately go towards that next level in the market. And yeah, right now still, we're just consolidating. We're swapping hands. We're seeing that people are distributing the Bitcoin and some people are buying them. And at the point that, of course, everyone is willing to not sell their Bitcoin anymore is whenever we go exponential. So we are seeing that there are a lot of new wheels entering the market, which is of course a super exciting thing to be seeing here now. And ultimately, we're just in a major consolidation phase here, like I discussed many times before. So guys, if you right now want to be trading Bitcoin or any other altcoins, the best place to do so is definitely on the Blofin exchange. This is an exchange where you can trade with leverage. You can trade Bitcoin, cryptos, meme coins, altcoins, whatever you want here. And they're one of the fastest listing exchanges out there before Binance, before Bybit. So if you're interested in trading, definitely the best place with the best liquidity is on Blofin. And there's an insane 100,000 US dollar deposit bonus right now available for the grabs. If you right now sign up an account, use that link below here. But make sure to check if this exchange is available in your region. Then, if it is, make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Then later tomorrow, we're going to once again start to see some inflows on the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF again here. Ethereum ultimately not doing anything yet so far here, while we are seeing that the balance by holder value is massively increasing. So whales are definitely buying still Ethereum. And of course, we do know that the Trump company also bought over 650,000 Ethereum. So very excited for that as well. What Ethereum and what Trump is going to be doing with Ethereum, because Trump seems to be accumulating but not stating anything here. So maybe something big is about to be coming soon here. So super excited for that here. Also on the weekly time frame, we can see that the entire altcoin season has not started yet here, but we are creating a bearish divergence on the Bitcoin dominance chart here and a bullish divergence on the altcoin dominance chart here. So maybe we could be in for somewhat of a slight little move towards the upside. So this was it for me once again on today's update video, guys. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to stop with that like button. The Bitcoin price action is creating a CME gap right now here, and you know what is going to be happening next year. So yeah, this is it for me in today's update video. I will check you guys again back tomorrow around the same time for another video. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys back tomorrow. Peace out. Goodbye.